This is 84 Danebank Avenue. I'm videoing a problem I've got with groundwater leaking into the crawl space under the kitchen floor. I've dug out a ditch down to the footings. It's a 1939 build house, and having hosed down the bricks, you can see there's substantial gaps where the mortar's missing. The mortar seems to have gone soft, so the hose pipe was crumbling it and washing it out, which is, I didn't want to pursue that by taking all the mortar out. I've also made a water drain at the side of the footings, which comes back round to a deeper hole, which I intend to use as a sump. I've got a pump and a vessel to put it in. So the idea is that if it's wet when the job takes place, to fix the brickwork, we can keep it dry. This side of the house isn't as bad, but it's still affected. When the water table is higher, which it is most of the winter, it's very easy to see water trickling in through the brickwork in the crawl space. And that's as far as I've dug. It's only the corner of the kitchen which is affected. So the window there is the kitchen, through to this corner, and then round to this conservatory. The brickwork problem, I think, extends a little less than a foot behind the conservatory, so near the time of the work I will dig out a little bit more clay underneath the conservatory, obviously being cautious, so that we can get to that brickwork. Going inside the house, we'll go to the crawl space.
After 1959, this started with Ruth Brown and Ray Charles.
So this is the kitchen as it stands. There was woodworm in the floor, so I've had that treated by Timberwise. Now I'm trying to get a shot of the crawl space. There's the main water inlet pipe. I've had it tested for chlorine, so we know that this is groundwater, it's not leaking mains water or sewage. There's a temporary pump there to drain it when it's flooded. The black line shows the water table, the watermark as to how high the water comes when it's very wet outside. It's hard to see, I guess, on this video, but there are places where there are gaps. There's one in the middle of the screen now, and you can, if I drain the space, you can very clearly see water coming through the gap. So, and it is only this corner. There's the corner coming around to the side. As far as I dug the trenches, that's the only place that's affected. So the water will flood from the corner coming outwards as it gets higher, but it doesn't go beyond that. There is actually an opening to go through to the underneath the living room floor. That remains dry, and likewise on the other side. There's a gap here to go to the other side of the living room, and the water maybe makes it up to that entrance when it's deep, but that's all. The floor is concrete. I don't know if that was in the original build or retrospective. There has been some work done here to form what I guess may have been a pantry, but now houses the boiler and acts as a cupboard. So that has its own brick base, and there's a possibility that where that joins the that brick base joins the outside wall, there's seems to be a slight gap in the footings, which I've dug down to expose that it is clay underneath that. That could be a place that needs attention. So that's basically the job, or rather the problem. I see the fix as being to do the pointing outside and inside, and to do that before the floor is put back. When that's done, I intend to leave the trench open, and then when we do get wet weather, I'll be able to see whether we've succeeded. One possible problem is the water's coming in through the outside wall in one place, going into the cavity and running along. So that's a possibility which I think we'll have to deal with when we get to it. I think it's worth doing the pointing first, and then if that fails, then we look at possibly tanking from the, I don't know, from the outside or from the inside. So that's the job. Thanks for watching this. Hope the quality was okay, and that's it.